Happy New Year to everyone. First stream of the year. uh, I did have to work today, so I got off work, came home. I'd cooked dinner before I left, so all I had to do when I got home was warm it up. And yeah. So had the traditional Southern New Year's Day dinner, which is roast, usually a corned beef roast, but I just had beef roast and black eyed peas and collard greens. So anyway, had a great meal and traded actually a little bit before I left. So you can see this account here. So I did start, took advantage of Apex's sale, which is you basically can get 50K all the way up to a 300K for $16 right now. That sale will end on Thursday, so tomorrow night. But take advantage of that. Feel free to use my code Blues Trades. That'll get you the 90% off discount. And so I took advantage of that. I basically bought some accounts in tranches, and what I did was I bought some 300Ks, some 150Ks, which are actually my favorite, and just a few of the 50Ks. So starting the new year off here with some evaluation accounts. And I am less than $500 away from also passing my Topstep 50K combine. And I'm going to go for the 150K next over there. But anyway, went into Tradeovate, set some risk parameters in my accounts, which I should have done a long time ago, but that's in the past. So we're moving forward, new year. Set up some risk parameters, made some rules for myself over the past couple of days, and we're moving forward. So it's a new year. I'm excited. Excited to see what the new year brings for my trading, and you can watch my journey and move forward. So but so this account right now, well, actually this trade that I took on ES is up $300. So probably going to get ready and close that out somewhere up here around the 59.60 area. We may have already hit the target here. So actually, I think I think we're going to go ahead and close this out right
Order
here.
filled.
All right, so that trade is done. I took this nice 2 up here, and I was looking for this target up here around 60. So I'm okay with taking it off just a little bit early. I do have some micro and Qs on at the moment. Just 4 of those in this account, and so just trading. So what I did was I actually went through goodness. I went through Tradeovate, and I set up the account in batches, right? So I did the 150Ks in one group. I did the 50K. Actually, I got 2 groups named 150K, but that's okay. So I did the 150s in one group, the 300Ks in one group, and the 150 in another group. So then when I click on it, then I will know what that account is and how to trade that accordingly. Now, normally I would not do micros in the 300K, but in Q, I realized last year. So when I first started trading, I just traded ES, and I did well, right? But I saw that everyone was trading in Q, so I thought, okay, well, why not? I'm going to give it a shot. Well, I blew through so many accounts trying to trade in Q. I feel like I've got a grasp on it now, but I decided that I would just trade M and Q because here's the thing. NQ moves so fast, and it's kind of like a dopamine hit, right? So, I realize I just have to really take this seriously and not gamble. I mean, you might as well go to the casino if you're going to do that. So, I realize I can actually trade. I feel like I'm a decent trader. I'm not going to say I'm a great trader. I'm a decent trader. So I just am like,
Order filled.
I'm not risking more than what I need to on any size account. So that's just kind of what I'm doing there. And we'll just have to start the new year off on the right foot, right? I was actually on the phone with someone earlier, and I literally caught the bottom in ES, and I got out way too early. But that's okay. Like I said, I had these risk parameters set up, and so when it hits a certain profit target, then it's going to stop. And I won't be able to go in and continue to trade that account unless I go in and move those risk parameters. So with a 300K, I put my profit target at $1,000 for the day, and $750 loss limit. I did the same thing for the 150K. So I'm kind of trading those accounts as the same. For the 50K, I again set the loss limit at 750 because I feel like that's something I can come out of. But excuse me, I put the goodness, I'm so sorry. I put the profit target on those at 1,000 as well, and I may adjust that a little bit accordingly. See, I got out of this because I thought we might, since we hit 59, close to 59.60, I thought we might get a slight pullback. Over, if you go look at the daily, we came down. I was expecting a 2 down day, but we came down and kind of this is where I thought they might start buying is 59.10 area. I think I actually had some orders here at 59.04 because I thought if they come down and take this liquidity, then they might run it back up. Now I'm looking for them to hit 59.63 here on ES. But anyway, nonetheless, so I may adjust the parameters there on the 50K as well. But so far, that's kind of what I'm rolling with. And, we'll just go from there. But yeah, so far, so good. Good day so far. I don't know. I'll have to play around with Tradeovate some more. But yeah, so far, so good. And so I've just got, I was looking at natural gas earlier, but anyway, I'm going to take that off. I was just looking at it because somebody was saying something about it. So just going to roll with ES and M&Q. I like the way ES moves more. To me, it's more smooth. And it doesn't, so there's a statistic that says that NQ moves 60% faster than M&Q. And I'm sorry, NQ moves 60% faster than ES, which I completely believe. So yeah, so I think I'm just gonna roll with ES and MNQ, and if I need to make some adjustments, then so be it. But I am determined to get more payouts through Apex this year, and also get a first payout through Topstep. I didn't get any payouts through Topstep last year, but I had just started trading Topstep last year, and I made it through. I had one XFA, the 100K, and I blew it. I mean, I'm not blaming it. I can easily take the blame upon myself, but I blew it trying out someone's indicator that just did not work for me. So I'm gonna stick to, you guys know, if you've watched me at all, I don't really use indicators, and because I believe that price action is the best indicator to use. And so yeah, so I don't use indicators, and I still don't know how to get this chat dock to stay, but anyway, nonetheless. So I don't use indicators, and I just like to roll with pure price action. So, but yeah, things are going well so far. You know, start to the new year. I felt like I learned a whole lot last year. And I promise you, if you sit down and watch futures and just watch price action, you will figure it out. It may take you a few blown accounts to figure it out, but you will figure it out. You know, and but yeah, overall, I am super thankful to be here and thankful for my journey thus far with trading futures, and I'm excited to see what the new year brings, and get some payouts. I have seen traders that I thought were not very good traders get hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of payouts, and like I said, I don't think I'm a great trader, but I feel like I'm decent enough. Certainly decent enough to get some payouts. So you guys can follow along my journey this year, and we'll see how it goes. I got a new setup. You guys can't see it, but I'll try to do a little video and showcase it. So I actually have a very old 1950s era solid oak teacher's desk that I got from an estate auction. I bought it well over 10 years ago, probably 15, close to 15 years ago, and I paid $10 for the desk. So uh, I can't always do everything else that everybody does with their desks, but this thing is super heavy, and it'll outlive me. I'm quite certain of it. Um, it's already way older than me. But yeah, so I ended up going with. So I had one main monitor, and I had two 27 inches stacked on top of each other, but it was just so difficult to keep looking up and, that sort of thing. So I decided to take the two monitors and put them vertically beside each other, and I really, really, really like it. So I've got the main monitor in the middle, and then I've got two verticals on each side, and I orientated them that way, and it's turned out like I love it. So if you see me kind of glance over to the side, that's why. But I love it because I feel like I can just really kind of narrow in and focus on my main screen, and then I've got Discord up, and then OBS over in one screen as well. So yeah, so that's super dope. One thing I do need to try to figure out is, because I do still have some Rhythmic accounts, and I'm running a Mac. I need to try to figure out, like, I downloaded Parallels, of course, paid for that, and because it's like $100 a year for the license, and I got a discount, so I think it's like $80 for the year or something. And I downloaded Quant Tower because I really love Quant Tower, but all the buttons aren't showing up. Now, I remember downloading it on my MacBook Pro, and but all the buttons and everything showed up. So I don't know if there's like a plugin I need to download to make all the buttons show properly, or what. So I'm just not running that at the moment until I can get that figured out. But once I do that, then I should be able to run Quant Tower and run it alongside the Tradevate, because Parallels has a new option now. I can't remember what they called it, but you basically can run the Parallels basically like right beside, the Mac OS. So as soon as I get that figured out, then I'll run the Quant Tower, because I really really love the features that Quant Tower has. And so I really want to run that without having to run a completely separate computer system. I've still got Windows Desktop hooked up to my main monitor, and I just have to hit a button in the back, and then I can switch it over. But that's too much to go through. So, once I get that figured out, then I'll show the Quant Tower in parallels here, along with right beside the Trade of 8. But hopefully the monitor looks, hopefully you guys can see my screen well. And in fact, probably need to resize this down a little bit here. I don't really need the dome that far over, for sure. And I can kind of close this out. Close the narrow that down a little bit here. Maybe I want to up it a little. So yeah, so then you guys can see my screen, the main screen here, a little bit better. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's going on. I hope everyone is excited for 2025. I really have a good feeling about it. I think it's going to be a great year, so. But yeah, if you don't have any Apex codes, I would highly encourage you, or Apex accounts, I'd highly encourage you to take advantage of that sale. 90% off. They just don't offer it that much anymore. About the best you'll see these days is 80% off. But right now, so it's it's 90% off, so you can get on all accounts, but the 50, 150, 250, and 300Ks are all the same price at $16 for a Trade of 8 account. And if you happen to pass it within 1 day, you can pay an $85 lifetime fee for those accounts to activate that. So that's a great deal as well. And yeah, so I'm hoping to get at least one passed between now and Thursday night. I'm unclear, honestly, about if the $85 will end on Thursday night. But oh, hey Bruce, hey man, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. I watch your videos as well. If you guys have a chance, check out Bruce Profits. He definitely has gotten paid through Apex. So yeah, man, it's been awesome to see your journey as well. Yeah, so he's made over 6 figures with him. So there you go. Feel free to use my code Blues Trades, so that'll get you some accounts going, and we can definitely start the new year off. Hey, think about it like this. By the end of January, depending on how many accounts you buy and how many you pass, how well you trade, so there's a lot of factors that go into it, but depending on all those factors, you could have a nice little healthy bank account there at the end of January. And what better way to start the new year to help change your financial life than to get started. So I'll definitely have some 50Ks passed, like no doubt about that. Just tonight, in most of the 50Ks, made 650 in one and 400 and something in the other. So, and to get over the little bit of nervousness that I had last year, copy trading, I decided to do them in batches and only trade batches. Copy trade batches. So that way I'm not putting all my capital at risk at once. I'm not putting all the accounts at risk at once on any one trade or any one day. And that should help out a lot. So I had to put a lot of thought into it about how I was going to do it. And, but yeah, so going back to the payouts. So one of my friends, she's become a pretty good friend here lately and a confidant. I actually brought her over to futures trading. She came from Forex, but she in December, I think it was, she got a $16,500 payout. So shout out to her. She's done excellent, and yeah. So Apex definitely pays if you follow their rules. If you want to try to scam them and not follow the rules and gamble and do everything wrong in the book, they're not going to pay you. And guess what? I wouldn't pay a trader either, so I don't blame them for that. So I know I personally used 2024 as a learning experience and a growing experience, and felt like I gained enough from trading these accounts last year to definitely get some payouts. I did have a few payouts, but definitely not anything to write home about, as they say, or brag about. I definitely made every mistake in the trading book that you can make. I was telling somebody about it tonight. I mean, I revenge traded, I over traded, I traded while I was distracted, I traded while I was bored, I fell asleep with trades on. Like, I literally did every mistake that you can potentially make. So, it's just, hey, I felt like it's part of my journey, and, I'm okay with that. So you have to learn and grow, right? Michael Jordan didn't start off playing basketball by dunking, winning dunk contests. I mean, he was out there in his backyard for, months on end, shooting free throws and jump shots and all those things. So, you just have to kind of take it slow. That was the other thing I did. I rushed. So I don't feel rushed anymore. I don't feel like I have to get to a payout within 8 days or 20 days or 15 days or however, many days you feel like it's, there's no need to rush. So, I actually was talking to one of the guys that, got moved to a live account from Apex, and, what turned it around for him. And he basically kind of went through the same thing. I mean, he told me, now, granted, I am nowhere close to this, thank God. But he, blew well over 200 PA accounts before he started being consistent and getting payouts. So thankfully, I'm nowhere even close to that. I think I'm on PA number like 35 or something. So, thankfully, just nowhere close to that. I've had quite a few evals because a lot of times what I would do is I would buy them, then cancel them, or, things going on. I knew I couldn't trade. I'd cancel them rather than let them rebill, so, or I'd, gamble them or, whatever. But, most of them were, I would buy them and then cancel them. So I only bought what I was comfortable buying this time, which is what you should do. So I only bought what I was comfortable buying. I only bought what I thought I could pass within at least 30 days, and also what I could afford to activate within 30 days of passing those. So I feel like that is the responsible way to do it. Even though they're only $16 right now, I mean, hey, if you feel like you're going to you want to gamble some on non-farm payroll coming up here, whatever the first Friday of the month is, I don't think it'll be this Friday. Certainly not. No way is it going to be the 3rd, I wouldn't think, but possibly the 10th. I don't know. We can look. So what is that? Forex Factory. So we can look and see when non-farm payroll is. I mean, I really wouldn't think it would be this Friday. Let's see. Bank holiday today, Wednesday, which it is still Wednesday, technically. And then even though now we're into Thursday's trading day. So, oh yeah, well, starting the week off with a bang. Unemployment tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Wow, that's a little surprising to me. And then ISM manufacturing PMI on Friday. So yeah, well, there you go. And we already have an FOMC speaker at 11. Oh man, they'll like getting right back into the swing of things, right? So yeah, so that means non-farm payroll should be next week. Let's go down to Friday. There you go. Non-farm payroll next Friday. So hey, if you want to spend $16, maybe 32, 40, whatever. If you want to buy 3, 4, 5, 6 counts, whatever, YOLO them each way on non-farm payroll. I'm not telling you what to do. It's your money. But hey, people have been known to do it. So if you want to gamble some, now's the time to buy them before tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Central Time. So $16. Use code Blues Trades. That'll get you plenty of them. I'm gonna put my mic on hold while Phoebe continues to bark. So, Bruce, I don't know if you're still here, but I know you trade ICT concepts. There's only like 3 or 4 that I use. I use the volume imbalance, the liquidity, and what's the other one I really like? Fair value gaps, and then also the new one that I use that someone taught me is the macro. So the 50, 10, 20, 40 macro. Now I trade the strat. But basically, what this says is, okay, on a 20-minute time frame, which I created a chart for it, every 20 minutes. So right now we're coming into the 20. So because it's 3 minutes till the new 20. So 20 to 40, you're either going to get continuation, which in this case I would expect because this is a shooter here on the 20-minute time frame and then a 2 down. I would expect another 2 down into this area around here around 59.49. So that macro, because I'm trading the strat, I combined the macro with the strat, and it has been absolutely eye-opening for me, and I love it. So may test it out here on a mini here in just a few minutes. But I want to see. So basically, it says you either get continuation or inversion from the 50-10. So the 50-10, same thing. You're either going to get continuation or inversion from the 20-40. So we'll just have to see if we get continuation down on the 20-40, or do we get inversion and it goes all back up into here, which is which was my target for tonight. On this retrace of 59.60. I got out just a tad bit early. I got out at 59.58. So, what I should have done was reverse my position there instead of just getting out, but that's okay. I'm not a perfect trader for sure. Oh, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Atik. Hello to you as well. Happy New Year. So see, now we're coming up on the 20-40 macro here. Just have to see again if we get, because this basically is consolidation here from this move that I literally caught the bottom on. My buddy Vincent will attest to that because we were on the phone together when that happened. But yet I got out way too early. I got out here. I was, I was driving actually, so I didn't fully have this mother bar here mapped out. But yeah, so I got out way too early. And also I think I hit the profit target on that account. So yeah, so I got out. I know ratios. I know all about math, and I know the 25K with Apex is 1-to-1. I know the 50K is like 1.5. The 300K is 2.7. Well, guess what? I blew way too many 50Ks because I was trading them. I was trading them way too heavy, and so I just decided that I was gonna buy different size accounts on the sale and test them out this way, and because it's all about finding what works for you, right? Like anybody can tell you how they trade, what works for them, so on and so forth, but you have to find what works for you. So yeah, so I'm just I'm going with a mix of 50 all the way up to 300Ks. And I can say this, when I first started with Apex, I went with the 25Ks because I thought, well, it's $1,500, But guess what? Those are really easy to pass, but really easy to blow. So I personally like to trade. I mean, because I know the strat, I keep targets in mind, and I I like to hold to target because that's the way I was taught to trade. So with the trail at Apex, I just it took me way too long to figure this out, but I needed a bigger size account because so many times I would be right on the direction but get blown out because either, well, A, I was too heavy most of the time, but B, because that trailing drawdown, and then what would happen? It would go right to my target. So I just decided I was going to have to change some things in order to be successful and be able to hold those trades to target. So this 2040 so far has not completely inverted, because we would need to go 2 up here on this. So break 59.56 and a half, up to 59.58, up to 59.60. But it's looking nice. If may try along here in just a moment. It's definitely looking nice if you go down to a smaller time frame. 2 up there. So 2 down, 2 up. Just a classic strat move. And so my target on this would be 59.56 and a half. Teak wants me to say happy birthday to his friend Dixon Maez. So happy birthday, man. That's pretty cool to have a birthday on the first day of the year. So happy birthday to your friend. So there you go. There's 59.56 and a half plus. So 59.57 and a half there. Again, this is why the strat for me is so powerful, because you can hold the target. So see this, I was looking for, once we bottomed out here, I was looking for 2 up, 2 up. So because I already had this drawn out, right? So I always start my analysis on the daily, and well, usually a weekly if we're starting a new week, but daily. So I knew where those wicks were, which is why I was able to catch the bottom on that move there on ES. And so was looking for retrace all the way up here to 59.60. So other technical analysis would call this a W pattern. That's cool. That's fine. Whatever works for you. I look at it in terms of strat. So right here, this would be a TTO in the midst of a broadening formation. Oh, I don't want to do that. Lord, please don't get me in that trade. I'm trying to do a line. So you could draw your broadening formation here, extend that out. Broadening formations are meant to be broken, also called the megaphone pattern. So there's a broadening formation. We bounce off the bottom of the broadening formation, and you get reversal. And so even though this was a 2 down red, it was the bottom of the broadening formation, plus it was also a hammer. So, which means that they sold it all the way down here, but they started buying this. If you look on a smaller time frame, this is the hour chart. So if you look on a smaller time frame, they bottomed it here, hence the bottom of the broadening formation, which long wicks like this, even though this is a red candle, this is actually bullish because it created long wick, hammer, and then you get your reversal. Classic strat move. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let me find out where my dock went for the... I still cannot figure out how to get this dock like static. Because anytime I click off of it, it moves it. It's very annoying. See? It just moves it. I don't know where it goes. It just like disappears on me and I can't figure it out. there we got close. Did we get to 5960? No, we just coming back to test the 5957. So I am looking for continued move up there up into 5960, 5961 area. But you know, I can't tell you how to trade. I know what the strat says, and that's what I go on. My mind is absolutely blown that there's 41 of you tonight that had nothing better to do than to tune in and watch me. But no, seriously, guys, I appreciate every one of you tuning in. The best way to support my channel, to help it grow, is to like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, and use my Apex code Blues Trades. So I get you 90% off right now. Load up on some accounts for non-farm payroll, because a whole bunch of other people are going to be doing it. Let's look at MNQ here. 2-down day, but turning into a 2-down green day hammer on the daily. If you want to look at the smaller time frame, same thing as ES. It brought it all the way down here. They TTO'd, which stands for triangle they out. And that is a strat term that Rob Smith created. So they broadening formation, TTO, and classic move, just 2-2 reversal. If you are new to my channel, I trade the strat. I learned quite a bit of it from Rob, and you know, he passed away in 2023. Yeah, 2023. Maybe early 24. I think it was 2023. I think it was the summer of 2023. But he created the strat, and it absolutely changed my trading. And so huge shout out to Rob Smith. Probably my favorite video by him, that strat that I use the majority of the time, is what he calls, so you can Google it, it's on YouTube. Let me bring it up here real quick. It's called Trading Inside a Mother Bar. And you can find it here on YouTube. But it basically talks about this right here. So this would have been your mother bar tonight to start the night off. And so you're going to trade up into this range. So it's called trading inside a mother bar. Let me bring that back up. Where did it go? Rob Smith, Trading Inside a Mother Bar. So this is it right here. It's on Sepia Group's channel, because he was at Sepia Group when he passed away. But you can go back and watch his old videos. I think Rob Smith, Smiths in the Black was his channel. And his Twitter as well. So I did learn from Rob, but I also learned a lot from Sarah Strat Sniper. And I'll just go ahead and subscribe to his channel, even, you know, God rest his soul. But anyway, I did learn a ton from Sarah Strat Sniper's channel as well. But if you're interested in learning about the strat, go here to Smiths in the Black and his video, What is the Strat? And it'll describe a lot of it. Rob came up with it. I think he said he had been like 10 years prior or something. But within the past 4 years, like, the strat has really taken off. Like, there's a whole community for it. You know, one of the other guys I really love, that is a great strat teacher, is Apex Trades. So Apex does use some different timings that I don't particularly care for. But the beauty about the Strat is that it'll customize itself to you, as Rob always said, and he was completely right about that. So it works on any ticker, any time frame. No matter what you throw at it, it's going to work, because at its core, it is price action, and it is its own language for price action. So once you learn that language, and once you learn the Strat, you cannot unsee the Strat. I helped one of my friends learn the Strat, and I said something the other day to him, and he goes, yeah, I can't unsee it now. So once you learn it, like, you've learned it, and there's really kind of no going back. So yeah, when I first started trading, of course everybody is like, what's the two indicators you need, for technical analysis? RSI and MACD. And I was just like, yeah, but they tell you what's happening, or what has happened in the past. They don't tell you what's happening now or what's going to happen. So I'm like, they're lagging. Like, why would I use that? So I never could figure out how to use them. I tried. I couldn't tell you what to do. I don't understand having to sit there and watch when something is crossing another something, and I don't have time for all that. I'm busy. I work a lot. I literally do not have time to sit there and go, well, now this moving average crossed this one, and I should take this trade. BS. I mean, if that works for you, cool. But I never understood it. I knew that wasn't the path. I knew it wasn't the path for me, for sure. And I kept digging and digging and digging. I had done well with options, despite me not knowing what the hell I was doing. But I had done well with options, but I knew there was a secret, and I knew there was another path. And I literally hit my knees and prayed and asked for a sign, and asked God to show me and lead me to what would work for me. And a week later, I found Rob. I ran across a video on YouTube about the Strat, and I said, oh my gosh, like, I cannot believe this. And I started digging and digging and digging and digging. And I actually became friends with Rob before he passed away. So that meant a lot to me. And if you go back and listen, you guys God gives everyone free will. You're free to believe whatever you want. Rob believed that it was heaven sent and divinely sent. And I believe it. I really believe it. Because if it wasn't, it wouldn't work. And it absolutely works. Like I said, it works on any time frame, any ticker. So it helped change my life. Apparently, it helped change Sarah Strat Sniper's life. It changed Alex's options life. It changed Adex Trade's life. And numerous people in his Discord. So to me, the Strat is the way. As Rob would say, it's the truth. So again, everyone's free to trade how they feel fits them. But Rob was absolutely right when he said the Strat would customize itself to you. When I first started trading, I would only trade the breaks of inside bars. And an example of an inside bar is right here. This green candle right here. Fits completely inside this candle of the previous candle. So we had a 2 up red, back inside green, 2 up red, 2 down red, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, and now we're just kind of consolidating here before hopefully the move higher up here into 59.61. We did hit 59.60, so that was my target. Again, I got out of 59.58, so I got out early. And then they brought it down to 59.51 and then back up, but within this hour here. So this 2040 macro now is ending. Now we will wait. I'll wait until the 5010 delivers to see what that delivers. But since this is consolidating here on this hour to up red, we could potentially get back inside the sprouting formation, or they could bring it to up green and bring it up through here. The other scenario is you could get an outside bar, but I don't really see that happening tonight. Outside bar on the hour, although it's possible. Let me check on chat since the darn thing keeps docking. I can't find it. There it is. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to ask. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. But, I'm very passionate about the strat. Because like I said, it's the only thing that worked for me, that completely changed my trading, and made it 100 times better. And I love teaching. I love helping other people. That said, I got to a space last year where I felt like I was helping everybody else but myself. So, I need to focus on my accounts, but I'm always open to helping others, and I hope that my channel can shine a light in the futures trading community, and because I think there's only one other person, honestly, that's trading the strat that has a YouTube channel, and he does it on the stat trading. Not strat, but stat trading YouTube channel. I don't think they could use the name strat because I'm pretty sure Rob had that coined. But, so that's Sarah and Alex. So Sarah Strat Sniper, Alex is options, and a guy named Tom. So Tom streamed tonight at Open, but to my knowledge, he's the only other person on YouTube that is streaming the strat with futures. There are several that do it with options. I'm not going to say several. Only a couple that I know of, actually. ADEX Trades and Alex's Options. And ADEX goes over an awesome watch list. Oh, there's Strat Soldier as well. So Strat Soldier does a video on the weekends called The Weekend Shift. Strat Soldier also was a mentee of Rob as well. But to my knowledge, nobody else is really doing futures with the strat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if you want to support, I am going to try to stream more often this year. I think I was down to like one stream a week, so definitely need to up my game as far as that goes. But yeah, so best way to support my channel: like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and use my Apex affiliate code Blues Trades. And right now that's 90% off, 1 day to pass, $85 lifetime fee if you get the evaluation passed. So I don't know how long the $85 lifetime fee will be in place, but so I don't know how long they'll honor that. That'll if I had to guess, it'll probably be through the end of the month, but I don't know that 100% for certain. I think the last time they took that off, it was $125 for lifetime fee for the account. And you always have the option of doing $85 monthly, but if you want the best deal, then either $125 lifetime or $85 lifetime once they have it on sale. So, but I am probably going to get off stream here and try to get a little bit of rest. I worked all day and then came home, made dinner, washed the dishes, all those sorts of wonderful, fun things, right? But yeah, so I'm going to get off here and relax a little bit, but I super appreciate you guys tuning in. I think maybe one other time I've had this many viewers. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Feel free to come back, and I'm going to try to do some more streams with some regularity. So, sometimes it's hard because I sometimes even during the same week, like this week, I've worked an evening shift, 2 day shifts, work an evening shift tomorrow, day shift on Friday, and then the next 2 weeks I'm on evening shift. So within the first 2 weeks here, I definitely should be able to get on during some in the morning, even though I don't prefer to trade New York session. I really prefer to trade Globex, which is this session right here. London is probably my favorite. Asia tends to be choppy, but London will usually move price for sure. And of course, New York, Fast and Furious. So at my age, I really kind of prefer, as Coach Dakota at Topstep says, the slow market. So I really kind of prefer the slow markets for the most part. Tend to do well in Asia and London session, the Globex session, and then New York, like I said, is Fast and Furious. So I can trade during the day. I just prefer to trade at night, and prefer to trade this session right here. So anyway, but yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in, and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified when I hop back on stream, and let's make 2025 the best ever. So all right, have a good night. Appreciate you guys.